Okay, so as you can see today, we have another homemade Bluetooth speaker. Now, this came from a few design concepts that I have showed in my channel on previous videos. I had a homemade Bluetooth speaker in a cardboard box quite a while ago. Actually, it's not quite a while ago in terms of how many videos back it was, but it was quite a while in terms of how long it was ago. I haven't really uploaded that much. So, we've also got the two speakers in soda cans that were also featured pretty recently on my channel. I actually ended up transferring the amp from the Bluetooth speaker in the cardboard box into the smaller box, and I was going to try to make a device that could power basically every speaker with it. I succeeded in that, but it kind of fell apart, and I decided to merge it with the soda cans. It actually sounds really good. As you can see, we have a few normal Bluetooth speakers over there to compare it with. It's better than some of those, but not as good as others. Actually, believe it or not, a real big coincidence that ended up happening is that the drivers, the little speaker cones that I had mounted in the soda cans, actually originally came with the same speaker that the amplifier I'm using came from. And that's just a coincidence, and it doesn't really happen very often when I make homemade speakers. Like this one, for example, I've got a few somewhat pricey, heavy drivers in there, but I have a little tiny portable amplifier in there, so it kind of ruined it and it doesn't sound nearly as good. We may also test these outdoors for loudness to see how this one stacks up against the other ones. And of course for the sound quality, which I actually like on my homemade speaker. Okay, so here's how it sounds. As you can see, it gets fairly loud. That wasn't even max volume nearly. And if we hook it up to a smaller speaker like this, you'll right away notice a difference in terms of sound. I think it might get louder, but it definitely doesn't sound as good. However, if we take a larger speaker like this Sony, that sounds better than my homemade speaker. Now, my speaker, in terms of sound, sits right in between the UE Boom 2 and Mega Boom 3. So that's basically where mine sits. And in terms of loudness, well, I think I'm going to actually do an outdoor loudness test on these. Okay, so this should be my homemade speaker. See how far back we can go. I'm all the way. That's incredible. Except the Sony does get quite a bit louder. So yes, you can get louder, but my speaker sounds pretty good. Even the UE is pretty powerful. And that thing's 360 degrees and it's fallen over. So, no, it's not fallen over, it's just behind the Sony. That's how loud that thing is. The JBL far and away wins in terms of loudness. Yeah, and my built-in iPad speakers, they're not nearly as powerful though. Okay, so this is by far my best homemade speaker. And this speaker, one thing I noticed about it in the outdoor tests is it got pretty loud. It beat my iPad speakers, and while it didn't beat any of the other Bluetooth speakers, It certainly got close. I noticed. I don't think it sounded quite as loud when you were up close to it, but it definitely projected sound equally as far back to the back of our backyard. So it's pretty good for outdoor use, although it isn't waterproof. And I gladly moved it in before it started raining. It is a pretty nice speaker. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and see you next time.